Hello gamers, and welcome to this first impressions video or second impressions video of Tiny Football. It's a game by Martyn Bisset from Scotland. He started developing during COVID and he likes the 80s and 90s top-down football games, and that's what it is, an homage to these football games. Here in the options you can see you can switch off and on the music, offside, weather and so on, player fitness, show it or not, match length 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and there are clubs and also national teams, and they all have fake names, but you can kind of associate them with certain clubs and players. And like in football manager games in the past in Germany, for example. Let's just jump into the friendlies. Let's go for nations. And here you can see the nations, and we're going to play England here. We press 1 for blue, and then let's play against Saudi Arabia and make it better than Argentina. And yeah, it's a one button game, so for shooting, passing, tackling and so on, it's one button. And it's more complex than it might seem at first. Also, here you can see Peckford and so on, Keane, Abraham and so on. The names are, Bellingham's already included, so some of the teams are more up to date than others. There's going to be an editor, and you will be able to share games again, to share the your editor stuff. Yeah, let's just play like that, so you get, wow, this rating, 72, that's abysmal. Seems to be a bit random. Is there a better attacker here? Yeah, here we go. Let's put him in, and let's put Bellingham in. For him. So there we go. Start match. There's also lots of tiny stuff like they protest if there's a wrong decision. And there's physics, so you can hit the referee, for example, or you can hit the post, and then the ball. And then the ball goes, hits a player and goes into the goal and stuff. That was a good goal, but it's only Saudi Arabia, so it's a bit of an easy start. And there's always a replay, and also after the match there's a replay, or like highlights. If I aim at a player for passing, and the number is shown, oh damn it, then it means I'm trying to pass to the player. Otherwise, you can, also pass into the open space. Or, that was brutal. That was actually a penalty, right? And that's my first free kick goal ever, I think. You can pass into the open space and also just pass the ball in front of you, and then run past or skip by your opponent. And here you can see all the players have a skill rating like you've seen at the beginning, and that kind of determines a little bit how good they can control the ball, stop the ball. So there's a small element of randomness, and that's why my guys here have not much trouble picking up the ball against them, and by just running against them, kind of tackling them. And then with A you trigger the sliding tackle. I prefer playing 3-5-2, and also here you could see how he could not control the pass. It was in his back, but still happens. Yeah, and you cannot switch your player. It's kind of done automatically. Oh. And the longer you hold the button, the harder your pass is going to be, or your shot Oh great, we are going to see a penalty. There we go. You can play local co-op, or you know, against each other. And remote play will be implemented. I think it's not yet, but it will be. Steam remote play together. So it's just left early access. The referee was kind of hit. It's kind of version 0.01. And with these 2-minute game lengths, oh nice! It automatically triggers things like scissor shots and so on by you know, depending on the relation the player has to the ball. And you see I played a slightly like curved ball. Sometimes they pull off their shirts if it was a spectacular or very special goal and they get booked. Yeah, I should not have picked Saudi Arabia because it's too easy. But you can get quite realistic results within these 2 minutes. I had everything like 0-0, 1-0, 0-2, 3-2, and now 6-0, depending on your skill on the gamepad and also the quality of the teams. You can immediately rematch, but we're not going to do that right now. I want to show you the tournament settings. You can play Knockout, League, World Cup, European Cup. So in League, no, I don't want to go League then. Okay, let's go Knockout, for example. You can pick clubs. And that's all the clubs you get, and you can select several blue clubs. So all these clubs will be played by players. So let's say you want to you have a party with like 8 buddies, and then you can drink beer while the others are playing against each other or against the AI, depending on who's playing. And then there's also the season mode. We're going to continue. And in the season mode, you basically play the entire season, including European Cup, and you can qualify for European Cup, and then you can play the next season after that. And because the matches are so fast, you can play quite a few and, you know, really progress, unlike in FIFA, for example. So one thing that's not perfect is, or that needs to still be implemented is, and I'm pretty sure it will, is we have a good, you see this guy for example is injured, Henderson, so you get injuries also during the match, and there is player fitness as well. And now when I change the players, it won't. 86 attacker and 85 midfielder. Let's bring the 86 attacker. So all these changes I make now, they will be. We have to take him off actually. Who is Gerden? I have no idea. All these changes are not saved as of now, which is a bit annoying, because then you always have to do it before a match, unless you just say, well, I don't care. But that's going to come, I think, eventually. The editor is for sure coming, and he wants to do some, editing within the UI, actually, as well. I asked on the Steam forums, so that's pretty cool. And I think that's a needed upgrade, that it saves your time, in particular if you want to play proper League. But it's quite impressive what he's already achieved. Football is a very complex game if you play it, but also, or when you play it, but also, with regards to programming. There's like an AI assistance a little bit, as you can see with the player movement, but they don't move that much. So you have like the main protagonist is the guy with the ball, and the other players move maybe a little bit. And there's offside as well. Luckily we didn't have offside yet. And as you can see already, we've got a tougher opponent than before. And I also noticed that it seems that, oh no, that was well played, that some of the referees are more strict than others when it comes to bookings and stuff. And as you can see, we've got similarly skilled teams. It's already much more difficult to break through for me. Different game already. And these guys are, now he hit his own player, I think, or it was the referee, I'm not sure. So that happens as well. Ooh. And there we have the post. And that was a brutal foul actually. And there we go. Goal scored by Menu. So Sadio Mane, who is actually injured and misses the World Cup. And who actually plays for Munich now. And there we go. Can be that easy. Good play. That's the guy who brought in with the 86. I don't know who that's supposed to be. Maybe it's a talent or something. Some of the statistics are a bit of the player ratings are a bit off. There's also like this fitness stat. So the players get worse. You can actually, let me show you. You can actually, you know, also change your tactics during the game and also you know, do substitutions, not only when players are injured. That's already included, which I think is pretty cool. And there we go. 3-0, Gordon, nice guy. I like him. Let's see. Nice shot. Sometimes if you get a decent angle, it's very hard for the keeper to save the ball. There we go. And you know, the game Tiny Football, it's a tiny game, as in, you know, one-man developer plus an artist. It's published by Microprose, the new Microprose. Microprose has been kind of restarted. Now they've actually, that was really cool, because now you could see how they are unhappy with the decision. Both of them complaining I couldn't move them, and it was no foul. So Microprose has been restarted or rebooted by a guy who's actually very passionate about the old Microprose, and they've got a nice catalog of games. I've reviewed Destroyer. No, sorry, I've reviewed Regiments already. The first game I reviewed by Microprose. A really good game that's a bit like the Eugene Systems games. Cold War setting, but with a campaign and story and so on. It's really good. And now Tiny Football. Yeah. There you can see you get the results. And then next opponent, Crystal Palace. Let's do one more, shall we? And then let's do some changes. And that's the annoying bit. We need to do it all over again. Let's get Firmino in. And I definitely want this cool attacker. Where's the Gordon? There we go. Ooh, and Weltman. Let's try out Weltman. I've played mainly 4-4-2. I then also tried 4-3-3. I didn't like 4-3-3 that much, and I like 3-5-2 because I get so many players in the midfield. I haven't tried 5-3-2. So let's start. The Destroyer, the game I've mentioned, is another game I've recently reviewed, but it's a different publisher. It's Daedalic. Though it would have fit in the Microprose catalog as well. It's a really cool, realistic destroyer simulation in 1942. Also early access. Yeah, but here back to the football. and I much prefer playing football here than watching the stupid Qatar Desert World Cup. I got a bit lucky here. Ooh, the angle was too bad. You need to play... ooh, no. And as you can see, I hardly tackle. Initially I tackled a lot, but when I played football, I still do a little bit, but I play in a different sport most of the time. I learned if you do a sliding tackle, then you can't control the ball, you can't get the ball, and you know, they're complaining, and so you should, if possible, avoid doing sliding tackles because it takes you out of the game as well. Nice interception here. Oh, the pass was a bit too heavy, too hard. Okay, here we go. Ah! He stole the ball just about. Let's try to beat them. I want to win the championship or the Premier League here. Nice. Garden again. There are different ways they celebrate, as you've seen, like this, and they do like a flick flag or whatever it's called. You know, like Aubameyang kind of style. Still no sliding tackle by me. The shot wasn't too great. Oh, this dude is so good. It should have been a penalty, yeah, and it is. And Gavin scores. He's very happy. Yeah, and even though it's a tiny football game, as the name suggests, it transports all the emotions you get. In particular when you play with friends, obviously. But it's also fun against the AI. But with the way the game is designed for you know, those short, quick matches, tournaments you can set up and so on, it's really perfect for some fun time with your buddies. Oh shit, I did a sliding tackle accidentally. Ooh, and I get the red card. Ooh, I obviously did that to show you the referee. Oh, and he's even injured. So you get like to see everything in this impressions video. I said second impressions because obviously I've played a little bit already, as you can see, so it's not my first impressions. It's a bit more than just first impressions. I chose Liverpool obviously because of Klopp. I was a Klopp supporter from back in the days when he played as a footballer in German second division. I thought he's a super cool dude. Here you could see how the ball bounced off the defender, so really some physics at work here. I appreciate that quite a bit. And here now we've actually taken command of first place. And can I take a screenshot? Somehow I can't. Somehow the screenshot thing doesn't work. But well, here we go. Let's go back, and then I can always presume that. So this is Tiny Football. Here you can see by Martyn Bisset. Yeah, lots of fun. If you like football games, give this a shot. It's on Steam, early access. Thanks a lot for watching. Until then, bye for now.